Hey there, it's William Westhopper from Q4Cars, and this week's car is the Gazzo Racing Toyota 86, or Toyota's GR86. Now, what we have found out about this vehicle is it is a lot of fun to drive. Is it practical? Absolutely not. Is it fun? 100%. So let's take a look at the Toyota GR86. Now, Toyota makes three different models in the GR mode: the Corolla, which you recently saw on our channel, the Supra, and this little sporty hatchback. It's a 2+2 coupe, but that 2+ is, I wouldn't really put two people in the back seat of this car. I don't know where you would fit them. We'll look at that in here. As a general vehicle for a lot of fun, absolutely. This started off as a Scion FRS. It's also made under the Subaru nameplate as a BRZ. This is a vehicle that was sort of co-developed by Toyota and Subaru. It has a 2-liter 4-cylinder boxer engine, which Subaru is known for those boxer engine. This one is a 6-speed manual, which is a blast to drive. So if you're looking for a little fun car, this might be the car. Though it's not going to be cheap. This one is just over $38,000. And it's missing a lot of the things that you might find in a just under $40,000 family car. So let's have a look at Toyota's 2026 GR86 here on this episode of Q4Cars. Now, one of the things you have to get used to is getting in and out of this vehicle. It's not exactly a big vehicle, but once you're in, it is quite comfortable. Now, it is missing a few things, like there is no place to put your phone. So I've had to put this static magnetic phone mount in here to hold my phone. But one of the things you're going to find out with this model is that it is not Bluetooth to your Android Auto. It is Bluetooth to your phone and to your calls and to your messages, but not Android Auto. So you're going to need to run a wire here. And where do you run the wire? Well, there are two outlets here. There's an outlet that runs directly to the system, and then there's a power outlet here. This center console display, which shows the radio and a few other things, only works directly with your Android phone or your Apple phone if you wire it up. So you have to wire it in for any of those devices. Android Auto, there we go. It does have Sirius XM, it has AM, FM, but that's about it. Go back to home here, media. If I could plug a plug in here, it would do that. Does Bluetooth into here, maybe, okay. iPod, iPhone, I think it can connect through that. So there's apps in here. So let's talk about down here, really nice. First of all, you gotta love the start-stop button here. The temperatures, both right and left, have their own separate temperature control, which is nice, very nice. Your buttons down here to do it. I really like these buttons a lot. Up here, just a manual day-night mirror. There's no cameras for that. There is a backup camera that will pop up here. There's the backup camera, but that's about it. Don't expect 360 surround cameras. The other thing I was really surprised about is there is no blind spot monitor lights on either of these mirrors or these sides. So I don't know if somebody's coming up beside me. Thankfully, the windows and the visibility vehicle is very good, and you know when you're on the highway when somebody's there. There are sun visors, but they are not movable. They don't slide back and forth. They do have a mirror in here, but it's not a lighted mirror. This one's much the same. There's nothing else up here other than lights. There's an SOS button, an info button, way you can switch your lights on and off there. So that is about the inside of it. Nice size glove box, pretty standard. There are two cup holders back here, but it's kind of hard to reach back if you're using it. They could have done a better job in that, especially since this vehicle has been around for about 15 years. So inside, pretty darn comfortable for a small two-seater. And I am just under 6 foot. I had a 6'2" guy in here the other day. He had plenty of headroom, though it does grab you and it is comfortable for that. Now, one of the things that I'm not a big fan of is there's no place to put anything. There's no place to put your phone. There could be some places here to put stuff, but there's not. It is a 6-speed manual, which is fabulous. Now, this back seat area is tight, very tight. You could get a kid in here maybe, and you can put the back seat down, but you have to do it from one side, not the other. So I found that you have to put it down from the right side, and it does come down and gives you a nice little package tray area back here. I think I would keep the vehicle equipped this way as opposed to using the seat up. I think I would use it that way better. And one of the things I really like about this vehicle is when you close the door, it sounds like a good solid door. Now the trunk. Now this could have been a hatchback, but it's a trunk, and with the rear seat down, you got a lot of space in here. Even with the rear seat up, you got a little bit of space, probably enough for a couple of weekend bags, but not a whole lot more. You could put maybe a helmet bag in here and some other stuff, because you will be taking this baby to the track. There's no question about it. This vehicle is not trying to be anything else other than what it is, a 2+2 little fun runabout. You don't have a lot of space in here. You're not going to be able to go with all the luggage in here. You can take a couple of weekend bags. And certainly you can take your helmet bag in here, so you got the space for that. So let's have a look inside the trunk. So underneath the nice GR86 mat that you do pay extra for, there is an area here. You can store a couple of things here. There is no spare tire under here. There is a space for some tools. There's a space for the air compressor, and that's about it. This would come out, and that's where the tire would have been. You could probably put a spare tire in here if you chose to. But then again, you wouldn't have really a lot of room for anything else. So let's have a look under the hood of the GR86. It does have a little hood prop here, stick there. So this is this boxer engine that you're going to see in the... So notice it has Subaru and Toyota marked there. GR, the GR logo is there on the support board there. The stiffening rod looks like it's added on. Pretty nice. Let's get this thing started up. And as I said, do not expect this to ride like your Avalon or even your Camry or Corolla. This is, you are riding right on there. This is a go-kart. It's basically, that's the best way to describe a go-kart. This is a go-kart for adults. This is a street legal go-kart is the best way to put this thing. There you go. That's what you drive this car, get this car for, is for that zoom, 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 that you're going to get with your manual transmission. And it is very quick, very responsive, and a lot of fun. So let's talk about my overall impressions of this vehicle. First of all, would I buy this vehicle? Actually, I would. I did not think I'd be able to say that, but I really like this little car. I've been in the Miata. I like the Miata as well, but this one just has a little bit more room in it than the Miata does. The Miata doesn't have a whole lot of space in it. I've been in the GR Corolla, which was a lot of fun, though I didn't have the manual. I think it would be more fun with the manual, but that was a 3-cylinder. This is a 4-cylinder. So for a boomer lifestyle car, this would be a lot of fun to drive. Would I want to drive it every day? Well, if I wasn't hauling stuff or hauling people in it, yeah, that I wouldn't mind driving it every day. But you're not going to get a little old lady in this vehicle. She's not going to get in easily at all. Yep, that's what you'd buy this car for, right there. If you're a 20-something and you're looking to have some fun, yeah, this is a nice car to have. A lot of fun. You're not carrying a lot of stuff yet. You're not going to the big box stores, so you don't need all the space in the back. So. Is it worth $38,000? Well, find a better price and go for it. You're not going to find a lot of sporty little manual transmission 2+2 cars that are at that price. I mean, you're looking at some high-end sports cars maybe, which are going to have not the reliability of the Toyota brand. Remember, this is a Toyota Subaru, so this is going to have a lot of good reliability. The people who have these love them. It's something that I gotta say, I was not impressed with this vehicle when I first got it. I was like, but the more I've driven it, the more I have liked it, and I almost don't want to give the keys back to it. So if you're looking for a 2+2 vehicle that's a lot of fun to drive, one that's a manual transmission, which is very rare to find these days. Where are you finding a manual transmission these days? This might be a vehicle for you to look at. And you can look at it certainly as a Toyota, or you can look at it as a Subaru. I want to thank you for watching this episode of Q4Cars as we played with the 2026 Toyota GR86. Until next time.